Hi, Mother Crafters. How are you? So today I'm going to teach you how to make your colors pop. I mean, if you're into sublimation, I'm actually using a MacBook Air. So if you have a PC, don't know if I'll be able to help you, but maybe I might be able to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how you can make your colors pop and also make a mug using the Cricut mug press. There you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to size your image, change your colors, and make sure that they print out as vibrant as it is on the screen. Okay, so what you want to do is, because I have a MacBook Air, if you are working on any type of Apple product, it's pretty much the same. And you would want to go into your tools setting, go to color adjust. Now, PC settings, they don't quite look like this. So I don't know how this would, apply to a PC, but this is, like I said, I have all Apple products, so hopefully this will help you. You want to change your sharpness. You want to make sure that you can get all of the detail. Like if I left it at where it was before, it was a little blurry. Honestly, I like to change the sharpness. I want all of the strokes there. Some people may or may not want it. I do. Depending on how bright it is, you might want to change your saturation. I mean, it can make it lighter, darker, or you can leave it like it is. Honestly, when I print, I like to change it just a little bit, just so they are a little bit brighter, as far as has enough ink in it. So the saturation will make the colors like punch or pop. You can change your contrast. You can make it lighter if you like to, darker, so on and so forth. So I'm going to leave the contrast. I'm going to make it a tad bit darker there. Your highlights, if you want to change anything, just make sure that you can just keep changing it and it will throw the whole project off. I'm going to make sure that my light is turned up on my computer so that way it doesn't look too dark on the screen. So you don't have to do this for all of your different settings, but I like to, for the simple fact that I like to punch the colors. I like to bring them in, make them more rich. So once the colors are already set, now you're going to make this for a size of a mug. So most mugs, if it's a 11 ounce mug, you would want to make sure that your image is at least 3.5 high. And if it's a wrap, it's going to be 3.5 by 9. Okay, now this was done with an infusible ink sheet. And then I have another mug that was done with sublimation ink. Okay, so you can see the difference in the colors. So what I like to do is, I've already adjusted the colors. I'm going to adjust my size. Now, this is the same image that a lot of people gravitate to because of the color. And it's a pretty image. So I'm not sure who the artist is, but I think they did a good job. So you're going to go up here and you're going to change your paper. Let me make sure I'm in focus and you can see that. So it's going to be, the width is, like I said, it's going to be a 9. And your height would be a 3.5. Now, here's the thing. Make sure that this is unlocked, because whatever you do to the top, it will change the bottom. Okay? So make sure you're doing that. So you're going to unlock that. Now, because I want this to be on both sides of my, of my mug, I am going to make this 3.5. And I'm going to make the height 3.5. Now it's going to change drastically, so there you go. Don't be alarmed. I'm just changing it so that way I can size it to my paper. Now we're going to go to print. And just for the sake of it, if you've never ever changed your paper settings, now I'm using the A-Sub paper. It's the mug paper, the pre-sized mug paper. Let me grab some so that way you can see it. Now I purchased this from Amazon. Other companies may have it too, but this particular brand, I like A-Sub paper. So you can get this paper, like I said, off of Amazon. If you would like a link, just let me know. So this paper is already sized. And how do you do that? Like I said, again, this is a Mac, so let me show you. Now, I already have my paper saved here, but I'm going to show you how to do it. You're going to go to custom, manage your custom settings, and then you will just change your paper settings up here. So your width, like I said, will be a 9, and then your height would be 3.5. Okay, and then you will select which printer you want to use it on. I don't need to do that because it's all saved already. And once it's already saved, you would click OK. But since I already have it saved, you don't need to do all of that. So all I would have to do is go to paper size, mug paper. It's already there for me. You see that? Sorry for the shakiness, but it's already there. And it keeps zooming in and out. But you won't have to do much. Now, if it had words on it, you would want to click where it says preview. We're going to go to media and quality. Make sure you click best. You're also going to select. Now, you don't have to do all your selections here. I always keep it on auto select. And your media type would be photo matte paper. Make sure it's set at best. Go back up, click layout. Now, if you had words, you would have to flip it. So you would flip horizontally. You want to make sure that's taken care of. And because I don't have any words, I don't have to really worry about too much else here. I'm just going to go back to preview. It's already set on the type of paper that I want. I can have it scaled to fit the entire page, but it blows up and I won't get all of, I'll get half of her face, not even a portion of it. Print entire image would just go ahead and, print the image like I want it to be. And it's going to ask me how many I would like per paper. If it was like, I could say 2, right? And that's how it's going to print out. Then if I turn it around the other way, right? See how that auto rotates? So you're not going to get what you're looking for because of the way the picture is set. So I wouldn't recommend trying to print more than one on one paper. Go ahead and click 1. And we're going to do auto rotate. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if it's on auto rotate or not, but let's play around with it. Let me see if I can put 2 on the same page. Nope, we'll keep it at 1. It's better to keep it at 1. Okay, we see that? That's what we want. You select the printer that you're looking for. I have a Epson 15000. I also have an Epson 2720. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click print. But before I do that, I want to show you how to load your paper. So don't mind my messiness because I have more than one printer. Now what you would do is you would have to go and down there, make sure you load this type of paper just like that. Wait until you hear the clicking on the bottom. You would follow the arrows to how you would like to set it up. You don't have to do anything else to your printer once it's already set. Okay, go back to the screen, your paper's in, and go ahead and click print. So because I want 2 of them, I'm going to go ahead and make 2 copies. And we'll wait for it to print. So while it's printed, I'm going to change my angle here so that way you can see up top and you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to move this out the way. And don't forget, don't close your computer because it will stop your printing. You'll be very upset with yourself. So while it's printing, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab a mug. I have so many cases of mugs here. Okay. I'm going to prep my mug. Now my heat press, as you can see right there, I've already pushed the button. It's already warm. When it's ready, it will automatically turn green. And it will beep also when it's ready. So while this is printing out, you would get your paper ready. Again, this paper is awesome, okay? So that's one down, okay? I'm just gonna trim only because I didn't have it stretch all the way across based on the size. Normally you don't have to trim, but it's okay. I didn't want to stretch out my image too much. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some heat tape. And if you're wondering what these are the press mats. I recommend you put a press mat under your heat press so that way it doesn't warp your self, healing mat. I have one. I have several of them, but I don't want to damage my mat because it will definitely warp. So now that I have it on its side, I like to start from left to right. So you can bring it over. You do have an area here where it will bleed, or not necessarily your bleed area, but it will definitely ghost on the edges. So you might want to take your time, line it up, and you know, I know it's a little crooked there, but I'm just looking for placement at the time. And I'm gonna have to change my tape roll as well. And this is all just about placement for the moment. Okay. And it's not a race. Take your time. I would rather you take your time trying to get your tape together than just to tape it down the wrong way. You would be so upset with yourself, especially if you don't have that many mugs to work with as it is. So take your time. Okay, I'm just trying to get my tape together so I can put it back on the dispenser. I needed a new roll. Okay, so I'm going to do the bottom here. And no, I didn't lift up the other side of tape there. I didn't need to. Now, I don't know about you. I'm one of those type of people that like to put tape on the top and the bottom. That's just me. I mean, to some other people, it might be wasting tape, but I don't think so. Not for me. For you, hey, it's your mug. It's your prerogative. It's your project. I understand. So I got one side taped down. Now let's do the other. Same image. I wanted the same image on both sides. I like to leave a little border there. I don't like to cut too close to the edge. Okay, same thing applies. I always use a smaller piece of tape for the first go around. And if you need help trying to find out where your settings are, you know, I still want to give myself enough room from the side so that way there's no ghosting. And what I found that with this machine so far, I haven't had any ghosting on the edges, on the top, the sides, nothing at all. And I think to me that is a win-win in my book. Now sometimes eyeballing a mug can be so tricky. And sometimes it's like, oh, I got it. And you might need to like lift, move so many times until you can actually have it like lined up the correct way. And I think one side is higher than the other, so I'm gonna go fix the other side. And I hate doing this sometimes with nails because your nails get caught on the tape. So even though I got one side taped higher than the other, I'm gonna change the other side. That's why I always start with a smaller piece of tape, just in case I need to lift it. One side can act so nice and the other side can act like a jerk. It happens. So let's fix this side, shall we? I didn't bring it all the way down. There we go. I know, seems like I'm wasting tape. It's okay. I don't mind. I would rather it be on there straight than not at all. This other side. Okay, now that I have it in there, now we're going to lift this side here, lift it up like Tupperware, and we're going to place the mug inside. Now here's the great thing about this mug press. You don't have to set anything at all. See these little dots? These are the indications letting you know when your mug will be ready. Because at first I was looking for numbers, I was looking for dials, and there were none. All you have to do is set it in there, right? Close the top here, and it will start counting down. And when you get to the last dot there, that's when it's complete. So I'll be back. Okay, so we're back, and we're almost down to the wire. It's going to beep when it's ready. Let me grab some water so that way I can put my mug in some water when it comes out, because it's going to be super hot and I don't want to burn myself. So give me one moment. Let me grab a mug, a bowl, or should I just say just a bowl by itself, not a bowl. So let's grab some water. Let's grab some paper towel, because it's going to beep in a few seconds. All right, there you go. It beeps, it flashes when it's ready. So just lift up the top. You see that steam coming out? Man, that is good stuff. Now, this is something. If your paper looks like this and you didn't burn it, you did a pretty good job. Listen to the sizzle, man. I'm telling you, it's like frying chicken. You hear that? It's like I fried a piece of chicken or a piece of fish. So I'm gonna let it cool down in there a little bit. This thing is super duper hot. I'm just trying to make sure that this mug is in some water. Okay, I can close this when I'm ready. And if you close it again, there's nothing in there. It's going to start flashing, so you might want to open it until you're ready. I just wanted to show you what it does. And the mug press will definitely start to count down over a period of time, like just like the other heat press. They normally count down when they're not being used, you know, and they power off. Okay, it's almost cool enough for me to take it out of the water. Okay, so let me dump the water out. Let me set this on top of a paper towel. I'll move this out the way so I don't electrocute myself or damage my machine. Hold on one moment. All right, so let's bring you in focus. All right, so now that, for instance, if it's already been cooled off, you don't necessarily have to put it in water, but I like to put it in water so that way I can touch my image a lot faster, and then I can start to peel back a little bit more and a lot faster. And look at the colors. You ready? I'm telling you. Look at that. No ghosting on the sides. Look at that. Let's do the other side. Peekaboo. Gorgeous. She's beautiful. Look at those colors. I'm telling you, I wanted the same image now. Yes, it might be a little wonky in there. It's fine. But this was just a demo. But I take my time and line it up a lot better, of course. Now, here's the wonderful thing I found out. Say, for instance, I wanted to put something right here and then put it back in the heat press. Guess what? You can do that. Yeah, I tested that theory out too. So, I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and be a bad mother crafter. Don't forget to subscribe.